This is a big mistake that I see a lot of speakers make when they're just starting out, is they put themselves under an enormous amount of pressure to memorize the speech. And the problem with memorizing the speech is this. There's a number of them, but one of them is that most people can't do it well. And if they focus on memorizing their speech, they may be able to memorize the words. They may even be able to memorize and replay the words. But what they can't do is get out of their head, because they're in their head the whole time, and they're spending the whole time trying to recite a poem, trying to recite a script, trying to recite a speech, and it's all coming from here. And the problem with that is that speaking is not about a transference of information. Speaking isn't about letting me tell you what I think or what's in my head. Speaking is about a transference of emotion. My job as a speaker is to get past your intellect into the imagination, and because that's where change happens, right? This is where people move into action based on how they feel more than how they think. So as a speaker, my job is to get past that intellect and into your imagination, and I cannot do that if I'm preoccupied with memorizing a speech and reciting a speech. So what I try to do is, and this is what I teach speakers to do, especially aspiring speakers, is forget about memorizing the speech. There are what I call words that must be said. There are key words, key phrases that need to be said a specific way at a specific time. Those we memorize, but then what we do is we compartmentalize the rest of the talk, the rest of the speech, or the rest of the keynote. So what they need to know is which concept they're going to speak about now. And then they reorganize the concepts into a framework that makes sense. But the challenge there is that it means they need to know their content. And this is why I tell speakers, you need to go through your content until your content comes through you, so that when you are speaking about one of these little modules of content, you don't have to remember the words. You don't have to recite a script. You can actually speak about it, and that is not the same as winging it. The difference is this. Winging it is when you have no idea what you're going to say, and then you just sort of let it descend out of the universe at the time. That is not preparation. Preparation is going through your content till your content comes through you, so that you can speak about any one of these modules at any given time in any given order. That's how you prepare, and that's how you get by without memorizing and reciting a speech.